Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm Deanne Castro, Creative Memories Advisor in Bakersfield, California. And my voice is coming back. It's been gone for a couple of weeks. So hopefully it'll make it through today. I have a sinus infection, so it's still working on going away. But I want to show you my new border idea. This is so fun, and you can use it with a lot of different borders. But I used a special paper pack today, and I want to show it to you. All right. So let's go ahead and switch over to here. Okay. So this particular bundle was available the last couple of weeks. Probably a lot of you were able to get in on it. It was a buy $135 of products and get this bundle for free. So you got the cruise ship border maker cartridge, which looks like this. And you got this Boat Life artsy add-on kit. Now it has several pieces that all are numbered, so you know how to layer them and how to get them to go together. So it came with this, and they're all numbered, so you can see how you can put them all together if you want to use them that way. And then there were some mat cards, really fun pre-mat cards. So if you happen to have missed out on this, get a hold of your advisor. She may have had some extra ones and is going to be able to sell it to you. Purchase $135 of products, and then she'll give it to you for free. Okay. Then we have the paper. Now, I had a dilemma. This paper is beautiful, and it's fast to fabulous papers, which means it comes already pre-printed for you. And so here's one of the sets. Isn't that so pretty? And it already had a border going down the side. And then this is the other one. So it goes together, kind of the trees and a mountain with the reflection on the lake. And then the other side is a border. My problem was I wanted to use this cruise ship, but I didn't want to cut up any of these papers because it had 6 pieces of paper and they all went together with different scenes on them. So I actually ended up pulling out some of my papers that are called, let's see, this one is Black Gradient Best Hits. And it has really pretty shades of black and gray in it. So very, very useful to be able to mix and match with a lot of other papers. So there's several other colors. There is purple and reds and oranges and greens and blues. And this brown one is so pretty. And that's one I used today so that I could pull out papers out of this and the black paper pack to get the grays to be able to make the various borders. Now, I started with this. Don't ask me why. I went with completely different colors that I thought might go with this page. This page is so pretty. It has these deep blues, and it's kind of like an ocean theme. Isn't that pretty? Ocean, waves, clouds, stormy clouds in the sky. And so I was trying to find some coordinating colors. Yeah, the yellow and the green didn't exactly go, but I thought they were pretty, and I love the sea turtle. So I switched over, and I made this one. So this was with actually gray and blue and reds, and it's not bad because the top of this, see, it has this red rope going down it, and then this teal nautical theme. So this one could actually if you wanted to, you could leave that on the top, or you could cut that off and put this one on the bottom. See how that would work really nice with that? So I punched the cruise ship just straight across, added a piece of a border paper behind it, and then I cut these. These were 2 inches. The paper was 2 inches wide, and then they're 1 inch or 1 1/4 inch long. And I'm going to show you today how to cut these. So this is kind of what I went with, but I still didn't really care for it as well with this paper. So I kind of went with this for this paper. And I'm going to show you how I cut this one. This has the cruise ship on it, but then I used the river waves border punch in between the cruise ships to give it more room, a little more dimension. So I punched it with the red gradient paper and then put the black behind it so it would stand out better. And I wasn't quite satisfied with it yet. So next came this one. I love this. I love how this came out. And this is what we're going to make today. And this is just a lake scene with some pine trees and other trees with like a little tiny islands in the middle. And this goes together like this. Okay, so here's the page I have done with the border on the bottom. Isn't that cool? I like that because this is the way it was to begin with. So I filled it in, added the boat punch, cruise ship punch, and it could be, not exactly, but it could just be a large speedboat because we go to the river every summer. So this is what we're going to do today. All right, I'm going to move this one out of the way and I'll come back to it. What we first need to do is we need to punch the cruise ship punches. And I'm going to use this brown, this gray wavy one, and then this really light brown color. And it's got this really pretty color on the back. So these are the ones I'm going to use today, and I'm going to show you how I did this. So you're going to take the cruise ship punch, and you're going to kind of center it. I just kind of took the centers of these little marks right here. Set it on the center of my mat. And it was just kind of a guessing game. So let's see if I can show this to you. What I did was I just found the center, the 6-inch line right down the middle there. And then I took those black lines and the actual width of the punch and kind of tried to center it right in the middle. I don't know if you can see that right there, but it's an estimate, okay? It's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be perfect. So set my mat back down here so you can see it. So once I got this in approximately the center of the mat, I took the paper and I put it down the middle. And again, this is just guesswork, guys. Just kind of move the paper over in the punch to where these edges are about the same when you press down on them along the side 12-inch lines. Okay? And I punched it. Then I just punched the edges. So on this side, I lined the paper up with this black line. Okay. Put the paper all the way in, line it up that black line, punch the edge. Now I'm going to go to this side and I'm going to line it up with this black line on this side. Okay. And I punched it. Okay. That's all I'm doing with that punch at the moment. Okay, gonna move it out of the way. Get these out of the way. Now I'm gonna take the River Waves punch. This is still available on the site. This is really versatile. I've used it many times in a lot of the borders that I've made. So now you can see those really fun river waves. What I want to do is I want to match it up to these right here. And if you put the punch in just straight, just where it is, it won't match up very well. So what I did was I took my trimmer and I lined up these sections, okay? These sections that are not punched. I lined them up on the trimmer at just over 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so the 1/8 of an inch line is right here on my trimmer. And I didn't take it all the way to the end because I don't want 1/4 of an inch. That's going to be too much. It's just kind of right in between that. Just a little hair over the 1/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to trim those off. Now, this trimmer has this white line right here. This white line tells you exactly where it's going to cut. So if I take that white line, let me make sure I didn't move this where I didn't want it. Okay, and I'm going to line it up at the end of where it punched here. Press down and pull back to where it punched here. I don't want to take it all the way across because it just might cut the tips of that cruise ship off. So I just want these sections to cut that 1/8 of an inch piece off of there. Okay, that's all you need. And we're going to move this out of the way. And we're going to turn this over. Okay, we're going to line this up in the middle of here. So I'm just going to stick it in here. And then I'm going to line it up as centered as I can on both edges here. It's really hard to see, but this will fit almost exact in here. But I want to get it as centered as I can. So, okay. So I've cut that one. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other one. Slide it in, push it all the way back, center it the best that I can. And if it's not exact, don't worry about it. Okay, and then it takes it off. Now, you can see on here that it didn't cut it exact, but it's close. Okay, it's pretty close. And this is what you have left, is about that 1/8 of an inch where it's cut in a little bit further. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. And we're going to fussy cut this a little bit. Okay, so with my scissors, I'm going to trim this little piece, kind of like this. And then I'm going to cut off these extra waves that I don't need. Okay, and then I'm going to trim this, turn it over, and trim this. And it doesn't have to match, just kind of round the edges. Because when you just round the edges, it's going to make it look like it's just more waves. Okay, so it doesn't have to be exact. Just trim it up a little bit. See, now this, it didn't match exact, but I just curved the edges. Just curve the edge on it right there, and it makes it look more like a wave. Okay, same thing on the other side. I'm going to trim this, take the extra set of the wave off of here. Trim this up a little bit. And then see? Now, if you want, you can take these pieces out of here. I didn't always do it, but to make them look really more like waves, we can take those pieces off of there. Then you just have to, this is little pieces I don't want to cut real well. Okay, and this one. Just round it up. And this one. Okay, so now they look more just like regular waves. So I'm going to cut it off the other side too. Okay, and we have our first set of a ship. Now, we're going to do that one more time on the piece that we're going to mat behind it. Okay, so see, where's my other ship? Okay, so see, I used a light gray behind here so that this brown would stand out a whole lot better. If you just take it now and put it on there, because of the dark color I chose, it won't show up very well. See how it kind of gets lost? So we want it to stand out. So I took this light gray sheet. It's got kind of waves on it. Isn't that cool? This was the backside. Super pretty gradient page. I can see mountain and water. That's really cool here too. We could use this one, but I'm going to use this side. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to punch this in as close to the center as I can get it. But as you can see with the other one, it didn't matter exact. Okay, so line it in here, kind of push the paper down, get it to where it's even on both sides, pretty much, and punch it, and then punch both ends. Okay, now we're going to trim that 1/8 of an inch off. Watch where you're cutting. Make sure you don't cut the tops of that cruise ship off. And where's my ribbon? Oh, here it is. Turn this over. Make sure all the paper's out of it so you can see what you're doing. And then center this. And cut the other one. Okay, now we're going to fussy cut this one just like we did the other one. Cut the little bars off of it. Sorry, this does take a little bit of time. And then cut these little bars out of here. All right. And these are done. Okay, so we're going to use the lighter side on this one. And I'm going to take and put some repositionable adhesive on the brown one. And I'm just going to put it on here. Come off, come off. That's not where I want you. Okay, to where just some of this gray shows through. Just to give it the dimension that we need so that it shows through on the border. Okay. Next, we're going to cut a piece of this light brown, and it's going to be 1 1/8 of an inch. So the one I originally cut was 1 1/4, and it was just a little big. So 1 1/8 is a better size. And we are going to cut this piece here, okay? These little pieces behind here. Now these are a 1/2 inch. So they're 1 1/8 inch wide and a 1/2 inch deep, I guess is how you might want to put that. I'm going to change it up a little bit and make the ones I'm making today. Oh, wait, I can't. If this is going to be a double page spread, they need to be the same. So these are going to be 1/2 inch. Okay, so now I'm going to put this along the 45-degree line on my trimmer. And I'm going to put this up on the cut line. And I'm going to just trim the corner off. Now I'm going to move this up and put it on the 1/2 inch line on the trimmer. Okay, I'm going to put it right here at 1/2 inch, making sure that it's on the 45-degree line again. And I'm going to cut this. And I'm going to do this with several pieces. I had 9 pieces on the other one, so I'm gonna do the same thing here. 3. 4. 5. Okay, so there's the 9 pieces. And we're gonna take our background paper again and set this on here. And I'm gonna line these 9 pieces up along the bottom here. Just kind of space them out to see how they're gonna look. Now what I'm doing is I'm centering them in this brown area. So there's approximately the same distance on the top and the bottom that is going to kind of center it in there. And these are about a 1/2 inch apart. Okay, let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I spaced these out a little further. But that'll be okay because it's pretty much about the same. All right, now I'm just going to start adhering these down. I am going to use the repositionable adhesive just to make sure that I get the angle right and it's approximately in the center, okay? Because then if I get it wrong, then I can lift them off and reposition them. It's harder to do with the other regular adhesive. Okay, back. So see, I'm putting them sort of about a 1/2 inch apart and then making sure they're straight across. Okay, just eyeball it. It's not going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it's close, it'll be good because you're going to be putting the ship over the top of it. So it's not going to matter. It's just for effect. As long as you get it fairly close, you are good to go. Okay, see how that looks? Isn't that cool? We're just adding it to the border that's already on the paper. Okay, now it's time for the cruise ship. And I'm going to do a little bit of magic. I'm going to take this close, the wave part, close to the cruise ship in the middle. And I'm just going to bend it. Okay, I'm just going to give it a little bend like that. I just pushed it in, bent it. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and bend this one down. Okay, what that's going to do is it's going to pop it up. See how it's bent like that? Without using foam squares, because it'd be kind of hard to get them on there, and you don't really need them. I just bent it up just a little bit. And I'm going to put the adhesive on here, not on the middle, because I don't want it sticking to the page. Just the part that I want to stick to the page. So the little dot. Okay. Now I'm going to put it on here. Center it the best that I can. It's going to come in a little bit from the sides because of the bend on here. Okay. Isn't that cool? Look at that. And see, look how it just kind of pops it up just a little bit. Oops. Isn't that neat? I love that. Little bit of magic gives it a little bit of dimension. And you've got that border done. Now, there is one more punch that is now back available. It was out of stock for quite a while, and it is the sea turtle punch. Isn't he cute? I love him. So I am going to punch 3 little sea turtles like I did on the other one. I'm going to stick it in here. Now you can, if you put the edge of the punch right here, right in with the turtle's arm, kind of about right there. You can punch this and it'll bring it pretty close to your other punched piece. And that way you're not wasting quite as much paper. Okay. So just put it as the arm is just starting to come out, and it'll help you save paper just a little bit. Okay. So now we have 3 cute little sea turtles. And they are going to go right around this dock. They're just going to kind of be swimming around this little dock on here. Okay. And just like that, ta-da, we have our finished page. Isn't that cute? I love that. Now that's going to go perfect with the other one I did. And it's kind of hard to see because my screen isn't going to go that wide. But you can line these up. Here's your double page spread. And then here's plenty of room for lots of photos and your journaling boxes. Isn't that nice? I love that. So you can take a pre-decorated page, a pre-decorated border, enhance it just a little bit, and you've got a completed page ready, ready for your pages or your pictures and your journaling boxes. Now, make sure that you can use like one of these, okay? You can add a journaling box. Here's the brown in the journaling box with a little bit of red that you can cut in half and add to your page. And I keep telling you guys, it's really, really important to do the who, what, when, where with your photos. So one of these days when I'm not really remembering who was in that photo and what year was that, where were we? Oh, it's in the journaling that goes with the photos. Okay. Super important. And then, or you can just cut this out, taking a boat ride, just trim it out maybe in a circle or an oval. That would be really cool. Add it to your pages. So if you got this, there's lots of really fun things in these mat cards and lots of great little photo journaling mats to put with your photos. So here we go. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all of you who leave comments, letting me know what you think, letting me know what you like. If by chance you want to share your ideas, I have a Facebook group that's still, yeah, guys, still a work in progress, but request to join. And I would love to see your renditions. I would love to see your ideas, the way you have done some of these borders or pages that I've got on my YouTube, and just share them with us, and we can go from there. I also try to put out the upcoming things coming up the following Mondays on that page. We have a really new, wonderful idea book that's coming out with all of the ideas that were in the virtual crops and the project recipes for all the collections that came out last year. Those are all printed and included in a binder for you that is coming out on Monday. So check it out. Check out the website. If you don't have an advisor, I would be happy to help you out. If you would like to start earning some extra money, or you just want to help supplement your hobby at a discount, let me know. If you don't have an advisor, get a hold of me. I'd be happy to help you out. If you have an advisor already, please get a hold of her, because I'm sure she works really hard for you and she deserves to have you join her team. All right. So thank you so much, guys. Um, and I will see you next week with maybe another border, maybe a page. We shall see. Thank you. Bye.